Hey everyone, how are you doing? JPCowFace here, and we are back for episode 8 of Let's Play Civilization 6, playing as America and Abraham Lincoln. Let's see where we got up to in the last episode. So we'd recently got down our newest city of Charleston, which is just really a bit of a gap filler. We want to connect to the cities we put down on the east coast, over here, around Piatiti Wonder. We started with Buffalo, and then Baltimore, and finally St. Louis. So yeah, we're just filling in the gap here, spreading out, making sure there's no gaps for any of the other civs to get into. We did, Julius did get in here, but I'm not too worried about that. I did consider possibly putting a city around here, but in truth, it really wouldn't have been any kind of good city, not worth writing home about anyway. So we've got recently just built another settler. We're going to bring him all the way over to our furthest west location for a new city. Claim this bit, and then we just have 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 city locations left to go. And in honesty, that is going to be more than enough. Yeah, we really came up lucky, smelling of roses, where we got where we came into the game down here. We had a natural barrier for so long at the start of the game. Yeah, it's just given us a real helping hand. But anyway, let's crack on and see what we can get done today. Baltimore has completed its amphitheater. So that is cool. Do you want to get down the campus or the... I think we'll start with the industrial zone. Every industrial zone or industrial zone building we get down, we get another free melee unit, which is it's basically given us a free army up to now. And we got one of the strongest armies in the game. And oh, I forgot. I did a stupid thing again. I was meant to be bringing my galley back towards our land so I can upgrade him to a modern unit so he doesn't just get wiped out instantly as soon as he meets a barbarian caravel or something like that. Alright, and we have just completed humanism, which will be good for us. Means in our theatre districts we can build art museums or maybe a couple of archaeological museums. I don't think I'm going to go in and change anything at the moment. I did just recently change. We got a policy plugged in for wonders, campus adjacency bonuses, and we're still pumping out settlers. So I want to keep that in for the moment at least. But it won't be long before we want to change colonization for sure. And conscription as well is it's actually not really an important one. I could consider changing that right now, actually. So let's have a think about what do we want to put in place of conscription. Well, we could consider professional army. We've keep on getting free units, but some of the free units we've got are going to be a bit dated now, so we are going to want to upgrade at some point. And we're not doing amazing for money at the moment, or for resource gathering either, but things can get pretty pricey when upgrading units, so I think we'll stick professional army in while we're not earning that much money. It will help us upgrade any outdated units that we might have. Right, let's grab this guy and send him back in the right direction again. It's like he doesn't really want to be upgraded. He likes the way he was. He likes the old ways, and who would blame him? Sometimes the old ways are better. Right, so after humanism, where do we want to go next with our civics? And as discussed in previous episode, out of the governments available at this tier level, theocracy, we haven't got a religion, so it's not really beneficial. We've currently got monarchy because it was available much before. but it's Merchant Republic probably. That will help us a lot. We get 15% production towards districts, and we get a gold boost as well, 10%. So we will get that going, and yeah, we'll get that going, get that locked in, change the government, and that will be a bit more appropriate for who we are and what we're doing. Okay, so we finished researching printing, and we've moved straight on to astronomy. I have quite a few lined up on our tech tree. Astronomy, military science, economics, industrialization, then siege tactics and scientific theory. Yeah, really keen to get military science down and industrialization. They'll be good ones to get. Yeah, for anyone that didn't know, I'm working with a shuffled civic and tech tree as well. So the line we take to whatever we need is sort of unknown until we get there, really. Luck of the draw. But we're doing okay. I do feel like Monty of the Aztecs is running away with the science a little bit. I mean, he's so much further ahead than we are, and I'm trying to get campuses down and bring our science up. But yeah, currently we are so far behind. He's not got the best relationships with people, I don't think. So if he does start to run away with it, hopefully people will just dislike him even more and go to war with him. And if we just have a little look, you can see he's got AT crews. I mean, he's got pike and shots, which are still ahead of me, but dated compared to AT crews. So yeah, he's doing really well. He is. But we just got to concentrate on our own game and keep on going. Right, Dorothy. Ooh. Failed. Okay. She failed, but she did elude capture though. So at least we didn't lose her. So that'd be nice to get her back and try somewhere else. Right, that's our galley. Keep heading in the right direction with our galley. Don't go the other way. Alright, there is a tribal village. It's a bit of a busy place over there with barbarians, so I'm not too sure how we're go about trying to get that. Yeah, not at the moment anyway. Not without some backup, like maybe a frigate or or something like that. I could head over there with both the vampires and just see what they can do. Might just do that. We got Laura, the explorer, and she's still exploring and she's still discovering. She has found ourselves another tribal village, and yeah, that's a goody hut right next to Tamiris's land that she hasn't got. So I will do her a favor and I'll take that for her. Alright, well, we've just discovered the Void Singers secret society for whatever reason. And what are you doing, Julius? Where do you think you are going with that settler? And I bet you he's going to try and settle a city in this gap here. This is why I wanted to fill the gaps, because they're idiots. They're cheeky idiots out that, you know. Clearly, this is my land. Like, I put a claim on all of it. Yeah. Is he going to go there? I don't know. We'll find out. We will find out. But yeah, guaranteed they can be stupid enough to try and stick a city down there. But he stuck this Brundisium down here, and he did manage to hold on to it. I thought maybe he'd lose it, but he managed to hold on to it. But over here should be a different story. If he's stupid enough to stick a city down here, it should go pretty quick. And if it doesn't, I might need to go to war with him. I was actually wondering, I was thinking to myself, Is this going to be one of those games where I can play all the way through almost like on a peaceful level and not have to go to war at all? The only people we've had to fight so far are barbarians. And that's been, except for right at the beginning, it's not been a problem. But yeah, it'd be an interesting one if we go through the whole game without having to go to war, or at least without anyone declaring war on us. Right, San Francisco has completed its workshop. That is another free unit for us. And what would we like to build next? Well, we can't put another district down just yet. Have we got provisions promotion with Magnus? We do. So we could pop a settler out at San Francisco and we won't lose any population. That is another way of getting a settler. We could buy a settler and try and get in ahead of Julius if he is heading over this way. It's just to avoid a bit of awkwardness, really. And I think that could possibly be the way to go. Right. Got a possibility of a wonder as well. We could build around San Francisco. But for the moment, I think we'll just quickly pop out a watermill and possibly the granary as well. And possibly the medieval walls after that. Upgrade our defences on our frontline city. And yeah, because the growth has been slow at San Francisco. So a little bit of a boost would be fine with me. We've got the cash, so we can buy a settler. It's not going to affect the population because of Magnus's promotion. Yeah, we'll just spread our guys out a little bit. We will send Vlad and Vlad 2 in the right direction. And we'll see if what we can do about getting that goody hut or tribal village. What does everyone like to call it? Do everyone like to, you know, be politically correct and call it a tribal village? Or are you sort of more like me and I prefer to... I feel like the term goody hut is a bit of an old school term. Maybe that's just because of how old I am and how long I've been playing the game. Look, he's coming. He's coming. It's a race to the end. Right. We will get there first, I think. Where could he go? Where's the closest he could go? No, it'd have to be about here. Is the closest point he could settle a city. So I'll easily get to our place first. Be interesting to see. I definitely think he is trying to head to this area here. So it'll be interesting to see if I get a city down, does he still do it, or do we see him turn with his tail between his legs and go somewhere else, which he should really do. Right, so got some sugar to sell, and I think who do I want to sell this to? Let's go to Harold. I think Harold can have it today. Old Harold had rather. Right, get Vlad 2 in the water. They can meet up and go and do what they do on this Barb Island. Yeah, so let me know. Let me know whether you prefer the term tribal village, if you want to be, you know, nice and correct, or the old school, well, what I think is an old school term, and that's the goody hut. Okay, but we have picked a nice little relic up there, Tooth of the Prophet. I mean, it's a bit disgusting, if you ask me. Walking around with someone's old manky tooth. It's weird. Right. Do we think there's going to be anything over to our west here? I'm going to say probably not a lot. but we might as well have a look. There was a goodie hut there. Tamiris obviously hasn't been doing a very good exploring herself, so we might as well check and make sure there's nothing good there, like a goodie hut. Yeah, we're trying thoroughly look around. Goodie hut's always good for that little, just another little bonus. All right, that's astronomy completed as well, and we've completed exploration as well. So let's go straight to our government, and we will lock in Merchant Republic. I mean, the way the policy slots are laid out, because of who we are, our diplomatic policies become wildcard policies. So they're a little bit different to whatever government we are going for, as in what policy slots they have. A lot more flexibility with them. The diplomatic policy slots becoming wildcard policy slots, but it's mainly the inherent effects of the Merchant Republic. That is, you know, a little bit of extra money, and the extra production towards building districts as well, which is going to be nice for us. Right, let's see what we're going to get in here. Right, let's just move one of our economic slots up into the economic slot. And it was, we want to get professional army in as well. And yeah, that's pretty much where we were. Okay, I think that's what we had in. But like I said, it's mainly the effects of the government having it in place that we're going to benefit from. All right, let's just buy this tile out here. We're going to be putting a harbour down there anyway, and then we can upgrade our galley to a caravel. He's a little bit less outdated now. There's probably people out there running around in battleships or something. Right, so this guy has turned around, I think. So that's good. Off you go, Vlad. Vlad 2. You can go have a drink together. Right, yeah, there's nothing really over here. So we can turn Dora around and have a look somewhere else. Right, so we can upgrade our Sanguine Pact when we get another governor slot. Or but we did only get a normal age this time for our era, unfortunately. Monty's got a beautiful heroic age compared to everyone else in the normal or dark age. All right, a little bit disappointing, but it is what it is. But it will give us a chance to put something in place for a dedication, and hopefully we can push for a golden age in our next era. So what do we want to go for? Hixuntracones could be good. There's still a lot of the world to go. There's still even someone out there, another civilization that we haven't met yet. They're out there somewhere. We are looking. We've put search parties together and we've sent them out. And they think they're playing a massive worldwide game of hide and seek, and they are winning. But we keep looking, and we should find them at some point. But yeah, there's plenty more of the world to uncover. So this could be a good one for racking up the era score. Reform coinage. Well, we've only got 3 trade routes at the moment. It's going to be slow going if we use that. Heartbeat of Steam could potentially be one. We've got lots of cities. We've got new cities going down, and we're going to be building districts and buildings within the districts. So they could be good. Obviously, they've got to be more recent buildings, be from industrial age or later. And to arms, well, as I was just talking about, you know, potentially this could be a game where we're not going to actually see war. I don't think that's a good one for us. So I think we go with Hixuntracones and just explore the world. And we do as much exploring as we can, uncover everything we can, and try and rack up that era score for the next era. Right, where do we want to go next in our civic tree? All right, and nowhere immediately we can go for a governor title, unfortunately. We'll need to get Reformed Church to unlock this, whatever's behind door number 2. And we might as well just get Reformed Church out of the way and diplomatic service. And then we'll move on. We'll see what we have lined up beyond that. We got any more inspirations? No, we haven't. Okay, so yeah, we'll go with that for the moment, and then we'll work out where we're going when they are done. San Francisco's done the watermill. We'll do the granary. All right, so Dorothy has made it back to Washington. We've got to figure a new place for her to go. Perhaps someone that's not so technologically advanced as Monty. So maybe Tamiris. Well, we could try it. Who looks like they got money as well? Tamiris looks like she's got some money. Anyway, we do it. Send her there to Galanos and see if we can be successful there. Okay, right. Boston has completed the theatre square. Right, do we want to... Yeah, we want to go straight onto the amphitheatre. Keep getting them done. Right, Buffalo has completed the lighthouse. And we should do the shipyard. We're really sort of racking up these yields on these tiles now. It's all looking good for Buffalo. Yeah, not amazing production. We haven't got a industrial zone down yet, so that will beef it up. Maybe that could be worth going for now. I might just put all their yield collection back to normal. Get a industrial zone down. Yeah. Okay. So I had the industrial campus planned for over here. Well, I mean, it would only be a +2 adjacency bonus if I put the campus over in this direction. However, we do need the science at the moment. But I think we'll come back to that. Let's just stick with the industrial zone first. And we'll get that done. I feel Buffalo does need a bit of a boost to its production. Yeah, so that'll be the route we go. All right, we have our settler in place. Yeah, I feel like we need to possibly keep our eye on Julius. I feel he was being a bit bold, sending his units in and his settler. We could just see if we can renew our friendship. And he's happy for that. So at least we know he's okay for the moment. We renew our friendship with Tasha as well. That's good. Right. Right. So Los Angeles, what do we want to do first? No fresh water. So let's start with getting a granary down for them. We'll get the wine online for them as well. And then we can sell that. We should be able to sell that if anyone wants it. I mean, who doesn't want a good wine? All right, so we discovered a new continent. So that's something. We are discovering new things already. Right, who wants our whales and who wants our wine? Robert de Bruce, he can have our whales. Yeah, he can have our whales. That is fine. And Harold, he can have our wine. Did I say that wrong way around? Wrong way around. Robert can have our whales, yeah. And Harold can have our wine. All right. We do have a slot for a trade route. as well. Let's buy a trader from Baltimore, and maybe we can send a trade route over to Guitarja. We'll see what trade routes come up anyway. We use the money, might as well. And our other settler is in place as well. So we can found another city, and we've got +2 era score for that. It's our first settlement on the continent of so that's cool. We are starting to fill in all the gaps, which is really cool. Right, let's start off with the aqueduct, because this isn't even a coastal city either. So everything's really bad. We have 2 housing, so we get that aqueduct done, and then we can build a industrial zone. So we might as well use our builder. We'll put in these mines here and chop these woods. So buy this tile as well for San Diego. Oh, and this one as well. And then we can get all the adjacency bonuses that we need for the industrial zone. We can't put a mine here because this is where we're planning to put the national park. So yeah, got to keep that one clean, nice looking. Good, Julius having a moan about where we're settling our cities. I saw where you settled your city. You should settle your city somewhere else. Don't know what you're talking about. And your settler was on his way. He was going to plonk your city down right in the middle of my land. These absolute jerk faces. Right. Do I take the diplomatic favor, or do I try and pee him off even more? I quite often like to pee him off even more, but staying friendly and going through the non-war route really could be beneficial for us on the route we're taking to victory, hopefully. We can get a research alliance going with Robert, which I think we will do just fine. I don't mind that. We've got a trader out. Maybe we can get a trade route going to Robert. We will see. But that has given us a inspiration for diplomatic service as well in getting an alliance going. So that's pretty cool. Right. What do we want to do next? Right. We might as well remove the wheat, as we're going to be building a theatre square there. All right. We can get some trade routes going with Robert. So I think I will benefit from that. Sterling is a good one actually. +1 production, 18.4 gold, 3 science, and 1 faith as well. That's all right. Happy with that. All right. Vlad and Vlad heading for a fight. And we have met the city-state of Geneva. And we're the first to meet Geneva. So this land here, I would assume, isn't where we're going to find the mysterious last civilization either. But that's pretty cool that we got a first meet envoy into Geneva. This gives us a little boost to our science, which is nice. It's interesting. Where are the last people? I have no idea. All right, so the granary is complete at San Francisco as well. And where do we want to go next? Might be worth getting a builder in and just chopping the wheat here as well. Give a population boost to San Francisco, and won't just waste it when we put a theatre square on top either. So if we just do a medieval walls at San Francisco for the moment, we can go to Boston where Liang is, and we can buy a full fat builder that we haven't got surfed in at the moment. So we're only getting them with 4 builds, not 6, unfortunately. Right, this guy's not going to have enough build charges to do everything I want him to do. So I might need to buy yet another builder. Really, where I'm sinking all my money into at the moment, isn't it? Builder after builder after builder. And maybe one settler. But it's been worth it so far. I think we're doing reasonably well. Right. What are you saying, Julius? Speak plainly. Are these troops meant for Rome? Well, I haven't moved any troops near you. So I think you need to... Well, you've put a new city down. That's what you've done. Aquila. And he's instantly got hold of it fully. That is really annoying. Alright. Never mind. We will, as always, we'll work with what we got. Right. Let's get a builder over and we'll clear the wheat. And we'll clear the wheat here as well. Los Angeles. Alright. Food is bad. We will sort that out. Move everyone over where they're going. Keep on looking around. Okay. We are going to... Right. We're going to need to buy another builder. We're going to do 2 chops here at San Diego as well. At least 2 chops. So chop here and chop where the industrial zone will go as well. Then we will buy. Yeah, it's going to take too long to get that other builder from Boston over here. So we'll lose the builder charge. No, we don't want to change our government now. All right, we've lost our open borders with Tamiris. So, do you want a delegation? You will not accept. Will you do open borders with me? Only for money. Fine. I've got to do exploring that you've not bothered doing. Right, let's just have a quick look. Right, Solomon and Monty we can get open borders with again. So let's quickly do that. All right, Solomon. Make a deal, open borders. You're happy for that. Good for you. He's a happy chappy. And Monty. Open borders, what's it going to cost me? I know you're happy for it. Brilliant. I will take that deal. All right, we have got 2 more era score. We could go straight in to get a become the suzerain of Geneva. Cities will earn 50% science whenever they're not at war with any civilization, and that's the way we're thinking. So that would be good. And obviously we'll automatically get a boost for any universities that we got as well. So let's see where that gets us. Right, so up to 136. Still well off the pace, but that is a big chunk of the deficit made up. Okay, let's keep on going with Dora then. Okay, so I just clicked it away there, but we... Yeah, so we got a +3 era score. So obviously from revealing some map with Geneva, we've uncovered the Delicate Arch, and also a +2 era score for becoming the suzerain of Geneva as well. So let's just see what they've shown us. And is this a whole small continent island uninhabited except for barbarians and Geneva? It does look like it is that. Okay, well that could be interesting. There is so much more room to spread. Another sort of island down here. Let's call this the island of Geneva, shall we? And then there's still more. We've got to just keep on exploring. We've got to find that last guy. Right, there's another +1 era score for discovering military science as well. So that is nice for us. We can now build at least 1 military academy, and also get cavalry and line infantry as well. So that'll be good. We probably should think about starting to upgrade these guys. and where we can. The man-at-arms are definitely going to be starting to feel a bit dated. Right. So Julius has got AT crews as well. It is showing how far behind we are. Let's pile some cash into getting these guys up. Right. Okay. That's given us Eureka for replaceable parts anyway, so that is nice. But that's all the money we've got for upgrading at the moment. Still not happy with what money we're bringing in, really. It is not very good. So we have to keep on figuring out some ways to get money coming in. Right, we're buying this wheat tile for... I can't buy it, I've spent all my money. Right, okay. In a turn, we'll buy this wheat tile for Los Angeles. They're going to struggle for growth at the moment. Yeah, I'll just have to wait now. Right, New York has finished the campus. We'll build the library. We need to get the production going. We will chop here, and that is down to 10 cents for the aqueduct. And I moved in the wrong direction. I was meant to move here, but that's fine. We can chop this one too. That is absolutely fine. We should end up with a reasonable amount of production around San Diego, even after we've chopped the woods out. Okay, let's carry on having an explore. Let's head up this way to the coastline by the Incas and see where that leads and see what's hidden in that area. We'll move you to where you want to be. Okay, and Dora can do what she does best. Dora can explore. Right, money. Give me money. That's what I need. Right, Tamiris can have the jade, I suppose. Let's give it to to Gitaja, our friend, actually. And I don't want to give it to you, Julius. I think you're, well, most of the time in games, you're a bit of a knob, really, if I'm honest. Let's give it to Robert. He seems to be our long-term pal. So I don't mind that. Once we have got to the appropriate stage, we will start forming some of these units into corps and whatnot, so we can save a bit of cost. Yeah, a bit of cost, and just make sure they are a little bit more beefed up. Right, let's chop the wheat here for San Francisco. And now they're sad because they don't have food. Okay. Well, we're gonna need to figure this out some way or another. I'll check if we can do farmers on Plains Hills yet, but I don't think we can. Right, can we buy that tile now? We can. It grows in 2. Maybe we'll wait. Money's a bit tight at the moment. We will wait, and he can wait as well. Right, so we will lay a mine down there. This guy will chop, and that should complete our aqueduct for San Diego. Right, this is where we were heading, wasn't it? Yep. Oh, and there's people waiting. People waiting everywhere. Right. Head up and find everything before everyone else. If there can be some more city-states out there that people haven't met, I will happily take that as well. Okay, so San Diego completed the aqueduct. We will do we want to do that? Let's build a granary quickly, actually, before we put down our industrial zone. And just give me a moment. It'll just give me a moment to be able to put down another mine as well for our adjacency bonus. Oh, and clear. We've completed diplomatic service as well. So we can get another spy out and about, and we can get embassies in other people's empires too. And why don't we just do that with, we know we can do that with our friends and pals. So we will do that. Okay. Right. Can we will check. You're waiting another turn. As long as the border grows in the right place, it does have a habit of trying to say it will do it in one place and then not. Right, let's carry on exploring with our caravel. Right, let's all get up on land, and they will do what the lads do best. Right, next civic after diplomatic service. Right, we have uncovered natural history, civil engineering. Okay. I kind of feel like I should start with urbanization, and I don't think that's because I'm close to a 15 pop city. It's because I'm so far away from 15 pop city. So I won't be getting that inspiration for that anytime soon. Yeah. So might as well start with that one. Okay, and I don't know what it is about this guy. He had the cheek to talk to me about my army. They were here already. He moved in closer to where I am. Yeah, but he's got actual AT crews in my land. I don't trust the guy. Would you trust the guy? I don't trust the guy. He's a bit annoying, actually. Right, let's get our first art museum underway. I think that will be good to get done. If we can get somewhere else to work on a archaeological museum as well, that'll be good. But we might as well, for San Francisco, probably get the military academy built. And where else have we got? All right, San Diego. Right, I think I'll chop first, and then we have to put in our other mine as well. Right, and we're still exploring. Let's step in. Step. I don't know which flags fit which now, but if we jump the river with one of the Vlads, and then yeah, and then that swordsman will have to attack us over the river, so make it a little bit more difficult for him. Always use the advantages you can get. We've got quite a few barbs to kill on the island if we're going to kill them. Right, Dorothy. Gain some sources again, and we will try this again. You take the money, quietly leave, and hopefully you don't get caught. Okay, still can't put another mine down, so that is awkward. However, we can go and put a farm on this flood plain over here. It did expand in the right place for us at Los Angeles as well, so we get that farm down there on the wheat. And then San Diego. What are we doing for you, San Diego? We are putting you down an industrial zone right here. Okay. Right, so let's get that other mine down as well. I don't know why this pin is still there. It's a little bit annoying. Right. That's good. Okay, where is need something doing next? Right, library completed at New York, so naturally it would probably be best if we move on to university. We're up to 150 sites now, so we're little bit by little bit we're trying to catch up with Harold. We've only got Tamiris behind us. Also Solomon's not too far ahead either. I feel like we can catch them. And we have met the last civilization finally. Kably. It's good to finally meet you, and we would love to sample your hospitality. Okay, so this guy must have met the others. Not everyone though. He's only met Harold and Pachacuti. So he has been quite segregated, a little bit solitary. But we have finally met everyone. So that will be a little bit of an era score for us as well. Plus 3 era score there. Nearly made our way around to normal age with plenty of time to go. So that's pretty cool. Pachacuti's got a bit of a barb issue over this way. Right, so they actually a swordsman and I think it was another warrior decided to kill themselves on my Vlad. So they're doing the job they were sent to do. Spill blood and drink blood. And that's another era score as well. Plus 5 era score, we have the first civilization to circumnavigate the globe. So that is nice. That is us securely into our normal age and on our way to hopefully a golden age in the next era. How many have we got to go? That's 13 we've got to accumulate until before the next era. So probably in around about 38, 40 turns, no, and 37-ish, I guess, would be the average. All right, so that's pretty cool. Do we want to get some more things? Why not? And we are. Would have gotten even less money than we did, but we're getting before. So it kind of sucks, but I do like to keep my people happy. Right. Let's get coffee and honey from Harold. Let's take this incense, ivory, and marble from Kublai Khan. What else do we want to get stuff from? I mean, we could just take all of this, really. Just... my people will be just passing out from happiness left, right, and center at the moment. All right, so Kublai doesn't like us, but I'm not too worried about that. It's good to see that he is worse off in science than we are. So we're not bottom, and we're not too far behind the likes of Harold and Solomon. So it'd be nice at least to get to sort of middle of the pack with our science, and then we still got to push to catch them up. I'd like to get to at least 200 as soon as we can, really. Obviously we're going to go up and beyond that, but I think if we can get to 200 as quick as we can, that will at least stem the gap from expanding too much. Right, everyone's doing us a favor and killing themselves on our vampires here. That island is nearly clear. And carry on exploring with Dora. We have met Mogadishu as well. Not the first, unfortunately, but it's another one we can send to. Right, we've lost the Casa de Contratación. So that's a little bit disappointing. We've lost 3 governor tiles there. So yeah, a little bit sucky that. Let's put this recycled production into an archaeological museum, and we will get a inspiration for that. So I'm happy with that. We'll get a farm down here. That should do a lot for San Francisco's food troubles. I reckon it could be, you know, problematic pretty soon. Anyway, and do I want to do a cultural alliance with Julius? I don't know if I've just got to be honest. I don't like the guy. I don't like him. I don't want to be giving him any kind of Brucey bonuses if I can help it. So I'm gonna say no. It's not you. I don't like your face. Simple as that. Right, yeah, and there's our inspiration for natural history from building our archaeological museum. So that's nice. Right, where else do we want to go? See how much I don't trust this guy. Look at what's he doing. Okay. Perhaps he's seen that I haven't got any walls up. And even if I got walls up in like a turn, if he wanted to try and attack Boston, I don't think there's much I could do. Let's queue that stuff up. Let's do the sensible thing and move units towards where I think he's probably going to be a complete arsehole. Yeah. See, I thought the front line was in front of me, and it's not. It's to the left of me. Alright, everyone can get an upgrade where we can. We don't have the niter for it. Who can we buy some niter from? Solomon. Do you have any niter we can buy? I'll take everything. Oh. And let's do the sensible thing. We want to buy niter. Okay. Monty will sell me the cheapest niter as it happens. Probably because he's using uranium or something. Right. That's some. So we can now upgrade this guy here. These guys won't need it because they are already niter based. Alright. I do feel like this is going to be a problem. And look, our caravel's made it all the way back round. Hello, San Diego. Alright. Let's go to the undiscovered places. Well, this isn't Kublai's only city, so where is the rest of his empire? There he is. I see him. He's just up here. All right, let's let's go up past. No, we can't go up that way. That way's blocked. We'll go the other way. We'll go the long way around. We don't mind that. Right, where we got? Washington has completed the archaeological museum. We could try and build the Taj Mahal, which is +1 era score from historic moment earned after this wonder is complete. If that moment is usually worth 2 or more era score, which could be nice for our era score. So let's work on that instead. And I'm actually going to build it. If we build it on this tundra, we're not going to risk a good food tile. So let's do that. That's sensible. Right. Industrial zone completed at Baltimore. And should we go for campus? I think we should. How many times was that? Workshop only 9. Let's start the campus and maybe we'll come back and buy the workshop here, which we can afford. We can afford. So let's do it. Okay. That's another unit for us as well. Right. I mean, we should have a pretty formidable army if Julius is going to attack us. We will see. He could be on his way to someone else, so I guess he's just using us as a cut through. He might be maybe trying to go for Taruga. We will find out though. Right. Congress is in session. Right. World religion. Don't care. Don't care. Don't have a religion. Really not that bothered. But if right. So we've only really had Sikhism. We did have one before, I'm sure of it. So we got Hinduism trying to come our way. But Sikhism. Well, let's go with Sikhism. If anyone comes our way, we can condemn them and get some free diplo favor for that. So what did I say? Sikhism. That's the one. I'm not really bothered about putting extra votes in for that though. Right, Urban Development Treaty, 100% production towards building of this district. I would quite like campus. Fingers crossed. We'll put a few extra votes in for that, and we'll see what that comes out with. And the survey says campus. All right, that's brilliant. And okay, I'm not worried about the religion anyway. And that is economics completed for us, so that's nice as well. We can now get possibility of corporations down, so that can be good. It does look like he might be heading over to someone else anyway, so we will find out. We lost our location here because Qatar has decided to put a city down there. That's a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. Yeah, okay. Well, so we've had some good and some bad. We lost the Casa de Contratación at Washington, so that is a little bit annoying, but we have managed to lay down the city of San Diego in this episode, and we have managed to lay down the city of Los Angeles. And so that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that we've got Los Angeles and San Francisco next to each other, kind of along the same coastline as well. That's kind of cool. It's kind of like they've been flipped and tilted onto the opposite side. No, not tilted, just flipped onto the other side. It would be Los Angeles below San Francisco, if I'm thinking correctly. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, and we've managed to do a bit of exploring, and we've managed to meet the elusive last civilization as well, Kublai Khan. So we know who all the players are on the map. But this is where we got to today. That is the end of the episode. As usual, if you liked the content today, please leave us a like and to subscribe. That would be really great for us. And yeah, I hope you have a brilliant rest of your day, and I will see you again in the next one. See ya.